Hello everyone, I'm back with a share of some crocheted projects and a knitted one. The first one I'm going to show you are the hats that I made for my husband and his cousin. They're the same, they're just different colors. I did single crochet hat in the round, and I believe I used a 5mm hook. And this is in Red Heart Super Saver, and it is in the color Blue Bayou. So that's this one. And the one I made for his cousin is in the color Cafe Latte. And again, single crochet, done in the round, and which means you don't have a seam because it's done without hooking the end of the row with the beginning, because you're just going round and round. So it's, and I believe it was done with a 5mm hook also. So there it is. So there's that one. The next one is a hat and a cowl that matches, and I did that for his other cousin. And I did hers in Red Heart Super Saver, black and brown. So I used two colors on hers. Here's the hat for hers. So I did the hat and the cowl. And I believe that's what these are called. They are kind of like infinity scarves, but they only go, they're not that big, so they just go around your neck once and over on top of your chest. So as you can see, it's not very long, and it's a little wide. It's about, let me see, about 8 inches wide. So it will just hang off her neck. But she's very tiny. She might be able to double this up. So I made that to go with the hat. And it also is the 2 strands of yarn in black and brown. Don't know. You can kind of see the brown there. So there's that. And the other hat I made was I think this was done in a, excuse me, I had to yawn. I think it was a 5mm hook, I'm not sure. But the yarn is Loops and Threads from Michaels. And a while back I've done a infinity scarf with the same color of yarn, which I don't have the label for, so I can't tell you the color, but I think that Michaels still carries this color. yeah, so I got this tutorial off of, I can't remember her YouTube name, but if you type up moss stitched hat, you would see her tutorial, because she does this band first and then does the hat from the bottom going up. So I used her tutorial for this hat, and it has this really cool pattern, stitched pattern here, so you can kind of see the yarn crossing over on top of the stitches as you go up. Right there. So that is the other one. And I have a knitted cowl. There you go. And this is in the color Hunter Green. That's what I'm calling it because it doesn't have a color name. It just has a color number. It's color, the number of the color is 022, and this is Louisa Harding yarn, and I got this at Tuesday Morning for $4.99, and I used 2 balls of yarn for this here. I know you can't really see it, the color's too dark to see it on camera, but it is 70% merino wool and 30% baby alpaca. And this next one is a very pretty infinity scarf, and it has all these pretty fall colors going through it. As you can see, it's a variegated yarn, and it has like rusty orange color, some blue, purple, and some like a mustard yellow, and a hot pink, red, almost burgundy, and some green in there. So that's all the colors that are in here. And it is made with the lining 313 yarn. I picked this up at Tuesday Morning for $1.99. I used 2 balls to make that scarf, and this is 80% acrylic, 10% mohair, and 10% wool. And it is in the color Party. Yeah. So that was this one, and it's very thick yarn. So I used a giant hook for it. A 17mm hook is what I used on that scarf. And I also used this on the black and brown cowl. 17mm hook. And the last item is another infinity scarf. And I used 2 strands of yarn, 2 skeins of yarn. And one of them is the Heart Boutique Magical. As you can see, it changes color. It also, as it changes color, it changes texture. So there's some like puffy wool here, and there's some ribbon-like stuff there, and then some thread. Like this one has some thread going through it. So I paired this one up with a cream-colored yarn, which I don't have the label for, so I don't know what brand of yarn it was. But I used both skeins for this scarf. And here is what it looks like. So it has like some light gray here, and then it gets a little darker with some purpley gray in there, and then it has this ribbon here, and then both from this skein and from the cream colored skein is right here. And then there's some of the cream with the black thread. And then it goes back to this fuzzy wool here, and it's mostly like a dark gray, and there's a little bit of purple gray here. And this one you can see it a little more of that purple in here. So very pretty and very soft. The ribbon parts where it has like that ribbon in there, you can barely notice it because it's not a whole lot, so it's not scratchy or anything. So those are my crocheted projects and my one knitted project. So when I am done with my blankets, I will come and share those with you. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for commenting, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.